But when they reached the storage room door and Dad's hand just pushed it open, his expression suddenly changed drastically. He jerked his hand back, murmuring, "Wrong, it's all wrong." The doors swung open, and the smell hit them first. It was a smell I knew well now, the sweet, cloying scent of something that had been left too long in the dark. It rolled out of the storage room in waves, filling the hallway, filling their lungs, filling their eyes with tears they didn't yet understand. Dad's hand was still frozen where he had pushed the door. His face had gone the color of ash, his lips moving soundlessly, forming words that never reached the air. Behind him, Mom was still smiling, still reaching for me, still living in the world where her daughter was just being difficult, just throwing a tantrum, just waiting to be let out so she could apologize and be loved. "Henry?" Mom's voice was confused now, the joy draining out of it. "What's wrong? Why are you?" She stepped forward, pulling Stella with her, and looked past Dad into the storage room. The sound she made was not a scream. It was something worse. Something that came from a place deeper than sound, a place where words had never reached and never would. It was the sound of a mother realizing, in a single, crystalline moment, that the world she had been living in was a lie. Stella made a small sound, like a wounded animal, and then she was running. Her thin legs carried her past Mom, past Dad, past the threshold of the storage room where I lay curled among the clutter. She dropped to her knees beside me, her hands hovering over my face, not touching, not daring to touch. "Ivy." Her voice was barely a whisper. "Ivy, wake up. Please. Please wake up." Her hands were shaking. Her whole body was shaking. The blue dress with the tiny embroidered stars was crumpled beneath her knees, and her hair had come loose from its ribbon, falling across her face in pale strands. "Ivy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have come. I should have." Her voice broke, and she reached out, finally, and touched my face. Her fingers were cold. I felt them pass through me, through the space where my cheek should have been, through the memory of warmth that had long since faded. But she didn't know that. She couldn't know that. She was touching my face, my real face, the one that was still curled up on the floor, and she was waiting for me to open my eyes. "Stella." Mom's voice came from behind her, ragged and raw. "Stella, come away. Please. Come away. No." Stella's voice was fierce, fiercer than I had ever heard it. "No, I'm not leaving her. I'm not leaving her alone again." She gathered me into her arms, lifting me with a strength I didn't know she had. I was heavier than her, always had been, but she held me like I weighed nothing, like I was made of air and memory and the last traces of a life that had slipped away without anyone noticing. "Ivy." She rocked me, back and forth, back and forth. "Ivy, I'm here. I'm right here. You can wake up now. You can come back. Please. Please come back." Dad was the one who finally moved. He walked into the storage room, his steps slow and heavy, and knelt beside Stella. His hand reached out and touched my wrist, the place where a pulse should have been. I saw his face change. I saw the moment when hope died, when the last desperate prayer he had been holding in his chest crumbled into dust.